Sparks are in the building to take on Azurá Stevens and the Chicago Sky in the league. All right, your starting lineups look like this. It's Wheeler, today's game.
Individual defensive player.
Roy Vobayan is the crew chief. Ryan Sassano, Kelsey Reynolds, your officials here tonight. The first tip goes to Chicago. The first touch goes to Cardoso. Trying to not waste any time for the Sparks. Wheeler over to Nneka, takes a peek. Back to Wheeler with 4 seconds on the shot clock. She drives, she penetrates, she gets it to bounce. Ray Burrell. Back to Hamby. Good ball movement by the Sparks on that possession.
That was great ball movement, Lisa. And what LA was able to do was keep Chicago scrambling that entire possession.
Yeah, a carrying call, a turnover there by Courtney Vandersloot.
On the other side, the Sparks are on their third game of a 4-game road stretch and want to maintain the same level of aggressiveness they had a week ago.
Yeah, thanks, Kalia. It's a unique situation. The third and final meeting will happen here in Chicago, just a few days away, August 5th. Burrell, finger roll finish. Tough 2 to get for Ray Burrell. Nneka Ogwumike driving, pulls up, fires, hits. There's Nneka's history. The Sparks all-time scoring leader. Madam President, we salute you. Atkins off the front of the rim, and the foul. And a veteran cheer. Cloud feeding Camila Cardoso.
It was the spacing around Camila Cardoso.
And Ray Burrell takes a tumble to the court but loses it. It's off her leg glass.
Well, that's just experience that they have.
At fake, Stevens gets it to go. She had a 20-point. Step back, Sydney Taylor. With a little smile.
You'd be smiling too if you hit a step back.
Look, I'd
like
be smiling if I was Sydney Taylor right now. Absolutely. Not too many people have it better. There's Azurá Stevens. Also said that it's cancer season here for Nneka Ogwumike, talking about your horoscope, because they're only born like a couple of days apart, July 2nd and July 7th. So they're always kind of tied together in the month of July. So fitting that this record would be broken in the month of July. Stevens leaves it short.
6 in the WNBA in blocks per game. And I think that's important for Lynn Roberts, because she is really trying to get this team to take more investment. And it's hard. Lynn Roberts is in her second year, and this is not like what she signed up for. She signed up Cameron Brink to coach Kelsey Plum. It's a great shot by J.C. Sheldon. And so when you're trying to judge a coach by their improvement from year 1 to year 2, it's not really fair to judge Lynn Roberts at all, because she hasn't had the team that she thought that she was going to get.
Nneka Ogwumike's first three-point attempt, and now she's at 5 points here. Some time here off the bench for the Chicago Sky. Made her season debut on Wednesday, and rims out for Jaquez.
Scenario right now. So J.C. Sheldon, Rachel Banham, they'll share point guard duties with this lineup until Marsh can get Tasha Cloud or Courtney Vandersloot back in.
Wheeler fighting off all kinds of arms and in the paint.
And when I say that Erica Wheeler is thriving in the Lynn Roberts system, that's an example of that. Erica Wheeler likes to play fast. She likes to push tempo, and that's what Lynn Roberts wants to do.
Jaquez to Banham, trying to free herself of Wheeler, tracking her defensively. Final few seconds, we're inside a minute left in the first quarter. Jaquez tosses it away into Hamby's hands, And she's just going to dribble away from Bibby for the lay-in.
And that's what Los Angeles passes, and then converting those into those 25 points off turnovers last week.
And the Sparks now on a 7-0 run. The basket won't. Ohio State getting some minutes with this rotation. Sheldon, hesitation, counted, split the difference, and has a +1 coming.
It's like a completely different player. She's not, waiting for a screen. She's able to create for herself off the bounce.
Well, that was good stuff. It was worth the wait.
Yeah, I can repeat that for Ray Burrell.
That's right. I mean, you've been talking about her all day, I feel like, and for good reason. Banham driving, kicks it out. Taylor launching, firing, hitting.
Hey, I'll talk about Sydney Taylor a lot too.
Time for a word from our friends at
Substitution, AC for Bibby.
And the putback here is good for the Sky. They're back on top. 6 different lead changes, a couple of ties here tonight. Wheeler catches, shoots. That was right in the shooting pocket. Cardoso, another rebound. The outlet to Taylor, the quick pass. Oh, that was nice to Sheldon. Textbook fast break by the Sky. Sparks nearly tossed that one away. Hamby, that's a long 2. Squeezed his out. Look at Koulibaly fighting for it, earning the possession. Banham looking at her options. Finds Sydney Taylor. That's a good option because she could do stuff like that. Drills the three-pointer. The shot maker and shot taker.
Halftime yet.
And she's already in double figures with 11. Sydney Taylor, actually in the absence of Skylar Diggins, is the Sky's leading scorer. That's a tough move by Cardoso.
That shot, Lisa, is that the double team came, but Camila was undeterred. She just split the double team and went up and ate herself.
And Cardoso forced to play the perimeter here against Ogumake. They knocked it away, but really knocked Burrell down to the ground. All right, the countdown is maybe, if you're nice to me. Koulibaly with the cut across the lane for 2.
And so now Chicago is just feeling it all around offensively. So now we see that high assist rate that they've boasted all season long come into play.
Ogumake from mid-range, just so smooth. It's just
so smooth, 6'3", with just able to get to her spot off the bounce and shoot the midi.
And Taylor driving, a good hard take, and draws the foul, stops the clock. Undrafted rookie. Didn't really play the first 5 games of the season. Then on May 23rd against Minnesota, had 11 points and fever.
And what's been able to give her increased minutes, her on-ball defense is also greatly improved. And I think she still has so many areas of improvement to be the complete player that she's going to be in this league.
And Taylor, once again, doesn't she know she's supposed to hit that if we're talking about her? Well, she's never shied away from the big moment. She was inserted into the starting lineup and hasn't looked back. Burrell was looking for a foul call. She's frustrated. Meanwhile, the Sky want to run. They play at one of the fastest paces in the league, but Taylor turns it over. Burrell goes 1-on-3 and draws the foul against Cardoso.
And of skill, athleticism, and length, Lisa, and it's really hard to guard. It doesn't matter if you're one of the top shot blockers in the league, like prove herself anymore. And if you can imagine having an imposter syndrome almost, and so she had a great season last year once she got healthy. Great job with Unrivaled. Finished this Unrivaled season as a starter, and she came into this league feeling, I belong here, I don't have to prove myself.
Jaquez proving all kinds of things with that corner shot. Gabriela Jaquez, the Southern California native, he said had one of her better games in LA. Nneka Ogumake, distance shot. Her longevity and consistency, something, how about that? An on-the-money baseball pass with a finish.
Both, you can be impressed with both.
I'm impressed with both then. Gabriela Jaquez, looking at her options, Stevens. The drive and the kick out, Ogumake steps in the lane and serves that up for herself. If last year. Williams shoulder shake. How about that jump hook, post coach?
I like that little shimmy move. A little shimmy shake, E-Will.
You can't use your own name to describe a play.
Yes, I can. And E-Will and she will.
Wait, that's my line.
But to go off Courtney Vandersloot being out, how this impacts Chicago is because now you really will see that platoon point guard system being implemented more, maybe even more than Tyler Marsh would like, but expect to see J.C. Sheldon play some extended minutes and then Rachel Banham play some extended minutes at point.
Inside 3 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. Ogumake, touch pass, what a pass, what a catch and finish by Hamby. The two vets connecting. Drive and penetrate, Stephen gets it. Ray
Stevens was able to score on that last possession. I just feel like LA's defense is really starting to tighten up. They're getting more physical and doing a better job of cutting off.
Will bring it across. Played last year, her only season in Chicago. She tosses it away. 12 turnovers. Now for the Sparks, Sheldon on the run. Beats everyone with a finger roll finish.
Once J.C. Sheldon gets out in front of you, it is really hard to keep her from scoring. Despite her size, she finishes at about 70.
Six to shoot, Wheeler. Tween move, and the three-pointer drills it.
Aren't her fool you? She played really well against Chicago last week, hit about 3 threes in that game.
Stevens, cross-court pass. Jaquez had to track it down. Pulls from 3 and hits from 3. Gabriela Jaquez, the second three-pointer of the night. She's up to 8 points off the bench. As good as the starters are for the Sparks, the bench is equally as good for the Sky here this year. Perel, what a move.
Oh, that through 3 Chicago Sky defenders.
Stevens, bounce pass, Elizabeth Williams. A few seconds here in the first half. Wheeler has a three-pointer in the last possession, blocked. He will, she will. She's not top 10 all time in blocks for no reason.